So what do you say about, because the whole conversation about reparations, I know you have the rally for reparations June 15th in DC, and what do you think about the people that's saying that how you should distribute reparations, or what black people should get reparations, or should all black Americans get reparations? Like, what was that conversation?
No, the reparations should be strictly for foundational black Americans, descendant of freedmen, because we were the ones who suffered in slavery. See, it's reparations for slavery. It's not reparations for racism, because a lot of people want to come on and get like, hey, I'm black, I dealt with racism.
Selectively black people.
Right. They're black when it's convenient.
Yeah.
The thing is, we can't let everybody say I'm black and I should get reparations, because some of you voluntarily came over. You can't say I fought to get over here, but now I'm discriminated against, so I need some resources. No, this is our homeland. We've been here. We've been here from the beginning, and we were mistreated on our own homeland, and we have to get compensated. If we let other melanated people say, well, I'm black and I'm an immigrant and I should get reparations too, that opens the door for Hispanics. They can say, well, I was mistreated too. Asians can say, I was mistreated too, I need to get in on that. So that's going to open the door to a lot of bad things to happen, just like affirmative action. Affirmative action was supposed to be for black people.
Right.
Then we let them slip in one word and messed it all up. Minority. Nobody was using minority in the 1960s until 65. When we start saying we need to get something to be compensated, they said, well, let's do it for minorities. They slipped that word in, and everybody and their mama ran in the minority door and got affirmative action. And we're the last ones to get it. We didn't get nothing. White women started being minorities then. White gay men, white Hispanics, everybody's a minority. Handicapped people, they're minorities. So we're not playing those word games. So we tighten the language up by saying, hey, we are foundational black Americans. We are a specific lineage and ethnic group, and we're supposed to get these resources that are owed to us because we have a specific debt.
Are we talking anything outside of money that we
Money first.
Yeah.
That's going to be the first thing. Yeah, because what happens is when we were enslaved, they made money off our ass. They made billions of dollars off us. They didn't get student loan relief during slavery. They were getting money off of us.
That's true.
They were trading us on Wall Street out here in New York. We were money. We were the first capital. So they need to give that capital right back to us. And then we'll talk land grants and all of that stuff too. But let's get those checks going first, the same way they do with Native American tribes. The same way y'all give them money and then tax-free status and then the casinos, then land. Let's do it the same way with us.
Why do you think that these other races were able to be successful in their pursuit to get the reparations and not us?
Because they are buffer groups. They are buffer groups, and what happens is in the system of white supremacy, you have to have a bottom group, the group on top, and the group in the middle to stand in between the group on top. So they elevate these groups over us, and they do that deliberately so that we have to go through them first. And they'll fight for the white supremacists for their little crumbs. They don't have a problem being number two.
Right.
We as foundational black Americans, we naturally rise to number one. That's why we always got to be suppressed. Anything we touch, we're going to go to the top. We touch golf, we're going to become Tiger Woods. We get a tennis racket, we're going to be Venus and damn Serena. We do a country record, we're going to be Beyonce with the number one country record. We have a natural tendency to rise to the top. We create black Wall Streets, you understand, over and over again. That's why we're the first people on this land to be bombed from the air. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, they dropped bombs on those black people to destroy their community because they were upset that black people secretly became millionaires. What they did in Tulsa, Oklahoma, they just kind of threw black people out there, saying, just going out there. That's like no man's land. We don't see you. We don't want to see y'all niggas. Then they turn around and saw all of these mansions and cars and like, hey, what the hell did these niggas do? Then they had to destroy it. And they do that to all of the things we do.
When you look at right now, if you look at the spending habits of black Americans in this country, we tend to spend a lot on non-black goods, luxury goods, fast food, hair, beauty products. Are you afraid that if we are given the reparations, that we will just spend it on frivolous things and give it right back?
There were some who will do that. And you know, the frivolous thing, that's fine because that'll stimulate the economy. Reparations will be great for the economy because we will stimulate and bounce the money in the economy. And the dominant society, they'll say, well, we don't want to give y'all Negroes reparations. You're going to be so irresponsible. If they thought that, they wouldn't have a problem with it. They know that if we get equal footing financially, well, we're going to have Tyler Perry's and Bob Johnson's.
Everybody going to be.
Boy, we're going to have cats bawling the hell out.
Yeah.
They know that. They know that we got people who got the ingenuity to create all types of industries that's going to rival what we have going on out here now. So that's the real problem. They don't want us to get too much of a strong financial footing in this country because we can do that with the deprivation that we have. We can create things even out of the deprivation. Look at the Birdmans and the Jay Princes and people like that who have been denied resources, and we can still pull things together. So just imagine if we get equal footing.
Yeah. Now that's fair. You got a lot of optimism. I don't share that same optimism.
Why not?
Because I'm just looking at the spending habits, the lack of financial literacy we have, and I don't think it'll be any good if we just give that money right back. We're going to be in the same position with Gucci shoes and a trailer.
Let them get them.
Made out of
What's
gold,
wrong with? Look, if a motherfucker want to get a reparation check and smoke crack, what's wrong with let him smoke his crack? Let him. The Native Americans, look, they give them. You go to a reservation, they be drunk,
ayahuasca and all.
Do they be high on or peyote, all that shit? They be drunk. Let them. They don't mind. Let them get drunk. But then some of them are gonna run them casinos, just like with us. Yeah, we're gonna get some Negroes out here drinking Hennessy and getting Jordans and all that. But you're gonna have some people out here buying land,
iced out Hennessy bottle,
right?
You know
but you're gonna get some cats out here creating some tech stuff. They're gonna be creating inventions and doing some wonderful things with the money too. We have a lot of ingenuity. So that's the great thing about foundational Black Americans. There's a balance, man. Yeah. We got a lot of riffraffs and we got a lot of phenomenal, iconic people. That's a good thing. I don't focus on the riffraffs. There's always going to be a riffraff. I want to see what our iconic people are going to do, what our geniuses are going to do. That's the thing we should look at, and that's what the dominant society, that's what they're afraid of. They know our geniuses are going to turn up when we get that money and do phenomenal things.
And it don't have to be a large percentage.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
But I'm more afraid of the people that's in our community that look like us, that's not willing to protect those type of people. You get what I'm saying?
That's if we get the money, look at our community the way it is. Our communities, we got the ox on every corner. We got everybody the Chinese on the liquor store. We just gonna be giving them the money, like, you know what I mean? And then they're already in our community profiting off of Black people, like, you know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna go right to the liquor store. We're not gonna buy the liquor store. We're gonna just spend all our money at the liquor store, like, you know what I mean?
But then it's going, like you say, it's gonna be that one dude. I'm like, you know what? I'm buying this liquor store now.
And see, this is why, and we're gonna have people who are going to use that money and use it to get political power. See, why do we have Asians and all of these other groups who own the liquor stores on the corner? That's a political thing because the political structure gives them a leg up and they deprive us. The reason why we don't have this, and I own a museum out in Los Angeles and we deal with this. With Black people, the city and they play these little permit games with us. Yeah. We got to get a special permit for this, a special permit for that. There's a noise ordinance. They play these little games because we don't have our people in the political positions. They use these buffer classes to get these businesses, and they don't target them the way they target us. They let the Asian business owner sell rat sandwiches. The sink is dirty, food all on the floor. They don't go in there and stop them. They got weird stuff going on in the back. They're trapping in there in some of these places. With us, man, we got to be on our P's and Q's. And they still try to shut us down. I talk to Black business owners all the time, and the city's always trying to do something weird to a Black business. So when we get our money, we can get more politically established so that we can stop that paperwork sabotage that go on so that we can have our businesses thrive in the communities like they should thrive.
Would you say that we make it easier for them to, take us down because we'll see a Black store, a Black-owned store, and we wouldn't go to that one. We'll still go right back to Ox or whatever the case may be.
And yeah, there's some people who are like that. There are some people who will be on some Sambo stuff, but we will support a Black business. Look, I've seen when I'm in New York, I go to Harlem all the time. I go to the soul food restaurants. They're jam packed. We support them. Some of the Black clothing stores, we go to them. We support them. So we do support some of the people who give us good service. Look, I'm a Black owned business owner. People came out by the thousands to see my movie this weekend. So if you are in the community and you care for the community and people see that you're down, they're going to support. That's the thing about us. We will support.
Yeah, maybe we got to do, we just got to do a better job being more optimistic. We always looking at everything from a negative, the worst possible aspect. And I think we should focus on being more optimistic. Right.